Hello everyone, and I'm Metis Balaska, and this is Arcadia Fallen. And just give me a minute here. I don't want the intro to start playing right now. So, my original plans for a Let's Play didn't quite pan out the way I wanted to. That has to come later. So, instead I moved on to my second plan. This game. This was made by an indie team, and it won an award for best narrative. And I've gone through this before. You can see my save file, and I have to agree. This has one of the greatest narratives I have ever gone through. And that's something coming from me who loves this narrative. If anyone is familiar with Breakman Z, he's also playing this game. He's doing a stream of it, and he does mention a friend who introduced him to this game. I am that friend. Funny fact, I actually found a sort of free version of this game before, and I loved it so much that I bought it officially. This is the Steam version I am playing. And so, I plan to do a Let's Play of this anyway, so let's get to it. Oh? We have a guest. Welcome. I was just about to tell a story, and I think I may just have found the perfect main character. What do we call you? And that is the original name for the character Morgan, but we are going with Metis, of course. I mean, your friendly goddess of knowledge has to be here, right? A fine name. Let's just put a face to it. Speaking of faces, mine is going all sorts of bonkers right now. Now, I really love that's a female preset. It is the one you originally get at the start. Now, a small gripe I have with this character creation system is it is rather limited in your choices, but at the same time, I think this is a good template for the ideal character creation system. You see here with your body, you can go feminine, androgynous, and masculine, and you can set your pronouns separately.
I'm ready.
You can have your voices separately. But we are going with a female avatar because, well, it's me. I've always preferred to play the female avatar as in games. Okay, black hair. Oh, no. Purple, because that's a royal color. I am a god, after all. I was hoping for something a little more my color, but this is about as close to it as I can get. Okay. really thought you could have red eyes here. Purple eyes are nice and pretty close. And is that brown or reddish brown? I'll go with that because it's at least kind of reddish. Oh, and fun fact, you can change your character's looks and everything anytime you want during the story. Like, even if it's in the middle of a scene. Alright, let's go. Metis, are you ready to become a legend? Wow, that's a lot of pressure you're pouring on me up there right away. But I'm a goddess, yes, let's do it.
From the shimmer of light in the workshop, you felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets, reflecting a fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy, and heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls are bound. So strong it may just keep you bold and tall. Yes, you. What will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you. What will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
Yes! I love that intro. Like, the animation is obviously simpler than something you see in a more high-budget visual novel, but it's still great. It's got a lot of energy. It's got a lot of passion. I love it. Anyway, to the story. To the east, way past even the capital of Eridus, lies a small town known as Anemone Valley. And in the town sits a very special shop. Oh yes, and quickly, neat little detail. You move your mouse, and the screen pans. I just love it. Despite its modest size, the store is visited by most, for it is the only one of its kind in town. A store that sells alchemy. It is owned by Elizabeth, a master of her craft and well respected among those who buy her wares. And you just happen to be her apprentice.
Thank you for your purchase. Please come again.
Hello, me. Your master is firm but kind in her teachings. She treats the herbs with religious dedication, and for the better part of your life, you have been trying to learn as much as you can from her.
We are running low on headache remedies. Would you mind handling the rune table for a moment?
Yeah, this is another key factor. There are no wrong choices in this game. There are just choices that move you forward and develop your character as you play. So there are different tones of responses here. You get to story divergent choices every now and then. But this is like basically how your character responds. So yeah, you can see here we can be cheerful, we can joke, or we can be nervous. We're going to be cheerful.
Of course. I'll get to work at once.
The rune table is an artifact provided to alchemists by the School of Magic. It runs on a core of controlled magic and can be manipulated by anyone with the proper training. It is, of course, not as powerful as an actual mage, but it is quite practical for making household charms and remedies. Headache cures being one of the more popular options. Yeah, so not likely that we sell mana restore potions here. Though I imagine there would be a market for it since mages are a thing in this world. You get to work preparing the ingredients as a tall man and with an intimidating glare enters the store.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Spare me.
Our first customer is a keeper.
Just give me the usual. Make it quick. I don't want to stick around in this creepy freak show any longer than I have to.
Seems like a nice guy, isn't he?
Right. One remedy coming right up.
Behind the man, a shadow moves. A child peeks out, staring around the room with big, frightened eyes. Yeah, he is terrified. They've been telling him stories. You haven't seen the kid around in the shop before, but by the looks of it, he's been told too many tales of child-eating potion makers. Yeah, like I said, they've been telling him stories. Yes, you can scare the child. You actually get an achievement for that, but I'm not gonna. I like being nice. You smile at the child and give a friendly wave. At first he freezes. Ah! Freezer! At first he freezes, realizing he's been caught, but then slowly emerges and gives a shy wave back. Elizabeth coughs to get your attention, and you realize she's looking at you expectantly. Alright, the potion! Yeah, so welcome to the main puzzles of the game. You pick your ingredients here, put it in these bowls here, and then you can make your potion. Okay, I remember we want to make a strong potion here. So... create. Hand over potion. You hand the potion to Elizabeth. By the way, I did give a standard potion on my very first playthrough. It didn't really do much, but I'm just fulfilling the proper order here. There are points in the story where this actually matters, though.
Here you go, sir. One extra strong headache remedy.
Yeah, and that's why I went with the proper. Elizabeth hands the potion to the customer, who pays with a grunt and nothing more. What a nice guy! That was interesting. The kindness and grace of humanity never ceases to amaze me. Wow, I actually haven't seen that artwork before. And the other character I was playing, joking, just wasn't her thing. So I never joked the entire playthrough. So this is absolutely new art of the character here. Do not judge them all by this man's example, Metis. Magic has been feared in this nation for a long time. He was simply one of the few acting upon his fears. I'm proud of the way you handled that. I know it's difficult to keep calm with someone like that in the store. At least he could have said thanks. Like, he could have feigned politeness. He came here for help, and he got it. He could have at least said thank you.
So that's how it is.
You're right, but people like us have to pick our battles carefully, lest we end up in a position where we can do nothing at all. But enough of that, I have another job for you. We just used up the last of the lavender making that remedy. Would you be so kind as to go buy some more? Let's change the recipe. No, we are going to do, well, she said, we are an apprentice after all. We have no business doing that.
I'll do it.
Right, I'll go right away.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Please do hurry, though. We wouldn't want another angry customer to come in, only to discover I'm all out to their hangover cure. You gather your things and leave the store with a small wave. And this is the map. Eventually, the rest of these open up, of course, and you can go anywhere there's an active icon. And the game will actually autosave every time you go into the map, so it's quite generous like that. Let's go to the flower shop. The flower shop smells heavenly. Strange exotic plants are growing everywhere, their colors vibrant and glowing with the faintest tints of magic.
Come in. Here to pick up supplies, I presume?
And here comes one of the greatest characters ever created. Meet Quinn, everybody! She's our supplier!
Oh, perfect timing. Today's been so slow. I was going quite mad. How are things?
The owner, Quinn, has had the store a little over a year. The first full year of the small town... The first full year of the small town having their very own mage. Oh, you know, the usual happy customers all around. Oh, you know, customers just really know how to make you feel appreciated for the hard work we do at the shop. Yeah, let's start making remedies, then you can enjoy your hangovers all you want, assholes.
Oh, dear.
That bad, huh? I guess I could count my blessings that I haven't had any customers today. It is only natural that things are a bit tense. After the wood is wilted, people are suspecting some wicked magic to be at work. Which, of course, means people are less keen on coming near us Magi folks. Yeah, so kind of basic witch stuff. Something bad happens, we're automatically to blame. Doesn't matter if we... doesn't matter if there's no proof if we did it or not, we're to blame. So yeah, this is like a questioning section. I just like to go through all of these for story and lore. Like, lore is basically the reason I play most games, so... Here we go. What happened to the Ivy Woods?
Curious.
You haven't heard? And here I thought small town news was supposed to travel fast. Yesterday, an entire section of the forest just died. I wanted to go in and gather some samples, see if perhaps it's a rare disease killing the trees. But I can't leave the shop. I don't want to be caught out there investigating. People might start suspecting that I was the one who did it, and I really don't need that kind of attention. What kind of samples do you need? I said it twice.
Actually...
Anything would do at this point. A cutting from a dead tree, a pinch of dirt. It could all tell me something about how it died. I'll get it for you.
I'll do it.
I can go and get it for you. The forest isn't that far, and it might help.
Absolutely not.
Elizabeth would kill me if she found out I'd sent you out there all alone. It's dangerous, you know. No one but trained demon hunters would or should go near that area. Yeah, basic mage rule, we are the squishies. No, it's better to get the officials it's better to let the officials handle this. Blech. I'm sure we'll figure out the cause soon enough. Hopefully, things will calm down. I guess you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm a goddess, but I'm in a squishy mortal body. I'm always right, darling. Slow day?
Tell me about...
No customers came by today? You're the first. It's quite odd. By this time, I usually have at least a couple of people poke their heads in, out of curiosity if anything, but today he has been completely quiet. I was starting to wonder if perhaps I missed some kind of local holiday tradition. But I guess in the end, people are just wary of magic due to what happened to the forest. It's sad. People suspect magic?
What do you mean?
People are suspecting magic? People always suspect magic. Yeah, pretty much. It's always easier to blame something you don't understand, especially when you are only exposed to hearsay and rumors. Can I get a shout out for my fellow LGBTQ people out there? We know all about that, don't we? Also, any minority group, actually. Come on. The people out there don't experience the good side of magic. Like the self-driving wagons and the other handy devices created by the Tinkers of Erodus. Or the grand theater shows with the illusionists down south. Yeah, it is no excuse for being prejudiced. I'm going to get a bit annoyed about that because there's no excuse for bigotry, hands down.
I can't believe this.
Not understanding something shouldn't be an excuse to treat people badly. That is true. I am, however, of the naive belief that no one does evil for the sake of being evil. You do have a point. Prejudice and fears, they all stem upon a place of not knowing. I hope me being sent here to sell my flowers will show at least some people that magic isn't all bad. Good thing I'm not selling anything dangerous like fireworks or something. Ha! You were sent here?
So...
You didn't choose to come here yourself? Oh no, darling. When a mage graduates from the academy, we are assigned to a shop to practice our craft. We do make proposals for where we'd like to go, but ultimately it's up to the council to distribute the graduates. Sort of like politicians, aren't they? They will consider the needs of the town and the city they will consider the needs of the towns and cities and the danger the mage might pose if they work without supervision. I, for one, am quite happy with where I ended up. You like it here?
Really?
You actually like it here? I thought you wanted to be somewhere more lively, like in one of the capitals or something.
Just imagine.
Oh no, way too dull. No, I wouldn't learn anything in a forest of bricks. Out here, I'm right in the center of the greatest garden of all. Not to mention the fascinating underground of the magic mines. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique, and I keep finding new specimens that. Sorry. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique. And I keep finding new specimens that would make the students back at the college green with envy. Green with envy. Get it? Because she's a florist! Fireworks tinkers?
Really?
There are seriously mages who just make fireworks? Of course, but they are not just fireworks. They are the best, most beautiful fireworks on the continent. Created to dazzle and entertain, they are a marvelous sight to behold. Sounds amazing. Sounds like a dream. I'd love to see that one day.
Actually,
You'll have to go to the capital to see it, I'm afraid. Such magic has to be performed under... Blech. Such magic has to be performed under strict supervision, but it's worth the journey for sure. I am so sorry. I'm better than reading off... I'm better at reading in my hair, I promise.
Actually...
Elizabeth sent me to get lavender if you have any.
oh, you'll love this.
Oh, of course, of course. The world can't go without the madam's great headache remedy, can it now? Give me a second. Quinn finds the herbs you asked for, and you pay for your wares.
Come back soon.
Do you say hi to Elizabeth for me when you get back? It's getting late, but the streets are still buzzing with activity. Citizens are making their final rounds, shopping and greeting their friends while walking home from work. A bard is sitting on the stones at the square, entertaining a small group of children, and you find yourself pausing to listen as he spins his tale.
And then, the Witch Queen of the North raised an army of demons from the depths of the mountains and laid waste to the lands. It was a time where wild magic ruled, and the people of this continent were bent under its heel.
The children gasp and shudder upon... The children gasp and huddle closer together, and you smile. You've heard the story many times before, and know just where it's going.
But then, from the ashes of a burned nation, rose 7 heroes. They were the chosen ones, the paragons, and together they rallied the people and beat back the demon Scourge and their evil mistress.
Okay, so a bit of insight here. Paragons is their word for, at least in the current world climate, is their word for like ruler or president, specifically. President or prime minister would actually be closer. The children cheer. He's quite good.
Once the battle was over, they formed the Empire. A nation governed not by magic, but by people. The first Paragon traveled south and built the 7 Winds Academy. A school to teach the next generations of mages so that magic may never again be used for chaos. The second Paragon traveled the continent to rid it from the remains of the witch's ilk. During his travels, other heroes chose to join his ranks, and that is how the Order of the Demon Hunters was formed. The remaining 5 set out to each build a great city. Cities that would later become the capitals of the Empire. And in the central capital built by Alethros, their leader, stand 7 seats, each representing one of the 7 rulers of the Empire. And from these seats, their successors still rule to this day. The end.
There's clapping and cheering, with some of the adults around politely joining in. But then one child raises their hand, head tilted in curiosity in a way only children can do.
But, Mr. Bard, sir, you say there are 7 seats, but my mom says there are only 6. Why should the mages have a seat?
Woof! The racism! Or basic bigotry inherent in society. Like, this is how it's built, but it's good to ask questions. I applaud the kid for doing that. The air suddenly tenses. The market has gone quiet. All eyes now turn to the bard, who remains unfazed and smiling.
That's the thing about stories. Sometimes they don't actually end, even if the bard has said so.
Yep. I do like this quote a lot. Like, some stories aren't over, even if they appear to be. There is always another to be told. And isn't that kind of what life generally is? It's one big story, where each is a main character of our own and supporting character in everyone else's.
They become the beginning of something new.
He turns slightly, and you swear for a moment he is looking straight at you before he shrugs.
But alas, I was only paid to tell you rascals one tale for today. So, that particular sequel will have to wait for another time.
There is a collection of groans of dismay, but the kids get up and leave. You two figure you've lingered long enough and continue on your way.